Hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back to another very exciting After Effects and Element 3D tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to create some visual loops inside After Effects and Element 3D. So here is my YouTube channel. I already posted my two visual loops works. So please check this. And there are a lot of tutorials, tips, tricks, experiment, also breakdown and project files. So just check my YouTube channel and thank you so much for 2000 subscriber on my YouTube channel. It's a big deal for me. And here is my Instagram page where I put my all upcoming works and experiments. So please follow me on Instagram for more update. And let's see what we are going to create today. After that we'll start the whole tutorial. So here is a first example. So you can see some lights going on and one more is here. You can see some visual. Okay, so in this tutorial we're going to try this one to recreate. So here is After Effect and our comp. So if you go to Element3D scene setup, basically I just create a random textures, looping textures, and just choose that texture, custom texture in our diffuse layer or illumination channel, and play with intensity and some random setting. And here I created two lights inside this box, and one more comp is here. Here is our light is outside this box. So maybe box. Okay, fine. So let's recreate this. So first select all this and put a new folder, call this VJ, and create a new. So first we create a texture, so that's why we'll choose a square comp. So here we'll rename texture, and our duration may be 5 seconds, fine, or 6 seconds. Okay, so create a new solid and just duplicate this layer, Control D, and go to the layer solid setting, and here we'll change the color of this solid. So put white and create a mask. So we'll create a mask, create here a mask, and just play with mask path. Okay, so maybe in first second the mask is here. Okay, and in the second, in 2 seconds the mask will here. Fine, but the mask size is a little bit big, so we'll adjust it here. In 4 seconds it will be going up, in 6 seconds it will going down. Fine, so let's preview this. So this will look like this. Select all keyframe, right click, easy is in. So now it will little bit good, or you can also play with graph editor for more random or good looking animation, but this will good for me. And we also add a second mask Okay, so we'll go with this. Fine. Or you can also change it, but we'll go with this. Fine. And now we'll create a adjustment layer where we'll create a fine here. So in adjustment layer, I will use a effect called this CC ball action. Uh-oh. CC ball action. So we'll just decrease the ball size. Fine. And just a little bit more spacing or less spacing. So this will be good for me. Okay, good. Fine. So this will be good. Now create a main VJ looks comp. VJ look. Okay, fine. So here we'll change the width and height 9020 by 1000 30 frame, and here we'll change the duration maybe 20 seconds. Okay, and just create one more 1000, and here we'll change the texture loop. So in this comp we'll just loop our texture in 20 seconds. So hit OK and just drag our texture layer in the texture loop. So if we preview this, this will look like this. Fine. So enable time remapping, just drag it here and just put a key expression on time remap keyframe. So here press alt and click and write an expression called loop capital O U T open and close bracket. So now it will loop perfectly. Okay, so we'll create a color. Let's see how. So we'll just create a point light, hit OK, and in our texture layer press F4 and make sure the texture layer is 3D. So now our light is affecting on our texture layer. So create a new adjustment layer for light color control. So here we'll rename it color control. Fine. And here in adjustment layer we'll just add a effect called this slider control. Fine. And just lock the effect control, and in light menu properties, light option, here is color. So press alt on color and add a key expression for this wiggle, open and close bracket, and here we'll put maybe 12 comma, just pick the value of this slider. Okay, fine. So now nothing happening, but if we will just increase the value of slider, so this will look like this. Fine. Now you can see it's looking good. Fine. So if you want to adjust anything, just go back to the texture layer, and here we'll adjust the spacing maybe a little bit. So just spacing bar size spacing maybe fine, so it's little bit bigger. Okay, so we'll go with this. Fine. So go to the main visualist layer and create a new solid. Call this element3D, and I'm using FX console. So element3D, go to scene setup, and here we'll create a cylinder tube. Okay, tube. So radius, scale the radius, just decrease the height, and inner radius, so we'll go with this and just slide, so we'll maybe 4. So now this will look like this. Fine. And here we'll just decrease the chamfer and segment, no smoothing. So fine, it will look like this and it will looking perfect. So go here, optimize mesh, and just disable the grid and rotate it 90 degree. Fine. Now play with some setting here. So more radius. So hit OK and just drag the texture loop here. Element3D custom layer, custom texture map, and here we'll choose the layer 1, our texture loop. Fine. To scene setup, go to the diffuse, and here we'll choose the our layer. Okay. Fine. Go to the illumination and use the diffuse color check in. Enable, increase the intensity little bit more. Fine. So let's preview this. So now you can see, boom, it's looking good. Fine. So in group 1, go back once again, scene setup, and we will add our lights. Call this global illumination light. And if you missed our global illumination light tutorial, so I already posted on YouTube how I created a global illumination light inside element3D, so you can check that tutorial. I will also put that tutorial links in description, but you can see here, you can see element3D global illumination tutorial. So this tutorial is good, so please check it. So let's copy, and here I will just disable our wire and rotate it like this and adjust it. So we'll put our light here. Fine. And we'll just create one more copy. Fine. So here, and maybe all set. So go to group 1, particle replicator, and here we'll choose the 3D grid, and we don't need any Y, so we'll go with X and G. So just if you go with custom view 1 1, oh, so there are no camera, that's why it's so okay. Custom view 1. So element 3D, here is a custom scale option x, y and z. So scale x will be 3 and 3, good. Scale z, and we'll put 25. Fine. So go with active view, and here is a rotation. So I will use particle look rotation. So here is particle rotation, G rotation, and here is random. Fine. And rotation random XYZ. So we'll just rotate G random. Fine. So it will be more random. Fine. So we'll create a new null object. Make sure this is 3D and parent our camera to the null layer. But I wanna just increase the amount of G. So here will maybe 35 and just scale is 12. Mm, Go to custom view, maybe 10, maybe 9. Fine. So 9 is good. So P, position, and in 20 seconds it will go here. You can also increase the amount of this object, but this tutorial I will go with this. Fine. So this is our first animation, but we will add much more animation. So in the particle replicator here, sorry, particle look rotation G random, so G rotation particle. So add a keyframe here, and 20 seconds we will just fine. So let's see. Control S, and if you want to add some light inside, so you can also add it. So I'm not going to create second comp, we'll just add this light in. We'll add lights in this group 1. So just copy the light and maybe place it here. Fine. And here add a light. Okay, fine. So and the tube model will go to reflection mode, and here we'll choose the spherical reflection, and in all copies we'll add a spherical, and spherical. Okay, hit OK. So now it's looking good, little bit. And if you want to add some random color on our lights, so we'll just create a different texture for this and use Element3D custom layer for create some different lights, but I'm go with these white lights. Fine. So here just check the preview and half resolution, and now let's play with camera zoom effect. So here add a keyframe on zoom, maybe 90. Fine. 4 second, 4 second, 8 second, 500. So just select this keyframe and easy ease in. Select both keyframe, go to the graph editor, and here I will just this. Fine. So now let's check the preview. So here we'll go to the draft quality. So this is good for me and for tutorial. So now let's go and color collect this. So press Ctrl N or right click and create a new solid called this background gradient ramp. Black is good. Black. Fine. And create a solid called this circle. Increase the feather amount. Control D and put here. Fine. So increase feather a little bit more. Decrease the opacity. So I'll choose uh, pink, light pink color or dark pink color, and here we'll choose a dark green or maybe bluish. So let's see which one is good. So this one is looking good. Fine. Okay. new adjustment layer, go to the tint and in white, and in black, add a curse effect, slide layer, solid setting, and black. Control D and make it here. Fine. So let's preview this one time. And if you're going to render this comp, so make sure you turn on the motion blur for this layer. And here output setting, just check the enhance multi-sampling, and you can also press 2 here. So let's preview this comp with motion blur in half resolution and preview mode. So let's see. 0 just for preview, so we'll just use motion blur and let's see. So my system is, I think my system is not working well, so I can't preview this. So basically this is the idea how I created some visual loops. You can also create. So I hope you like my tutorial. So that's it. So thanks for watching my video. Thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D and keep watching. I will always put good stuff on YouTube. So please subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D and keep working and keep watching.